Good evening, everyone. I'm Lissy Bastien with your JCN News for this Monday, September 21st. It's great having you back with us. A child between the age of 6 and 10 years old is the nation's latest homicide victim. Police say it was shortly before 9 last evening they received information of a shooting incident on Esmeralda Avenue and Alexandria Boulevard in Nassau Village. Assistant Superintendent of Police Audley Peters says the boy was caught in the crossfire.
Officers responded, and on their arrival, they met the body of a juvenile male lying face down on the ground with apparent wounds to the body. Information is that a blue vehicle approached the residence and an occupant opened fire on the persons that were gathered in front of this residence, resulting in the juvenile being hit.
Emergency medical services were called to the scene. Once the body was examined, they pronounced him unresponsive. When asked if the shooting is believed to be gang-related, ASP Peters noted that officers are still in the preliminary stages of their investigation and they're unable to give a definitive reason for the shooting. However, he sends this message to the public.
Anytime crime occurs, but we're also appealing to people in the community who have information of the persons who are in possession of firearms or in possession of contrabands to assist the police in rooting them out of our communities. We have to live in these communities, and if we don't take a positive step in ridding our communities of the individuals who are perpetrating these crimes on us, then we'll continue to have incidents like these happen. However, but the police will always be determined and resolute and going after persons who are conducting these acts.
Now, earlier this afternoon, Commissioner of Police Paul Rowe provided the press with an update on the investigation so far.
We have 3 individuals in custody, and CID is continuing their investigations in that matter as we speak. You just left from the ministry, and we have a team from National Neighborhood Watch that we have dispatched into the Nassau Village community to speak with those persons in that area. So we're hopeful that we'll be able to bring some resolution to this in due course.
Officers are appealing to anyone with information that may help their investigation to contact the Criminal Investigation Department at 502-9991. Police suspecting foul play after the lifeless bodies of 2 females were discovered over the weekend. Police on the islands of Eleuthera and New Providence are investigating the circumstances surrounding the discovery of the bodies in 2 separate incidents. According to police in Eleuthera, shortly before noon on Saturday, officers were called to Lower Bogue, where the body of the female was found washed up on the shoreline. Upon arrival to the scene, officers discovered that the female was in an unresponsive state. A local nurse was called to the scene and pronounced the woman dead. As for the body discovered here in New Providence, police say around 6 a.m. on Sunday, officers from the operation unit were on routine patrol when they were directed to an abandoned building on Doswell Street. Upon their arrival, the officers smelt a foul odor and then proceeded to search the building. The officers discovered the partially decomposed body of a female in a generator room. Assistant Commissioner of Police Paul Rowe says police are currently waiting an autopsy and speaking to persons of interest, but says it's still too early to know the exact cause of death. Commissioner Rowe appealing to the public to come forward with any information that can assist with their investigations into these matters. Meanwhile, police on Long Island are investigating the apparent drowning of a male. Reports indicate that sometime around 3 p.m. police were informed of a drowning which took place at sea. A party of 3, 1 female and 2 males, went on a fishing trip on a 21-foot sunboat near the West Point area. One of the males went diving into 60 feet of water and did not resurface. The second male dove into the water in search of the diver, located him and brought him to the surface in an unresponsive state. The body was brought to the shoreline, and upon examination by the local doctor, he was pronounced dead. Investigations into this matter continues. An apparent attempted suicide is under investigation on Grand Bahama. A woman reportedly attempted to take her own life. Reports indicate that on Saturday, shortly before 9 p.m., officers while on patrol in the Williamstown area were alerted that a female was found in the sea and was attempting to take her life. Family members, bystanders, and officers assisted in this matter. Emergency medical services arrived to the scene and transported the female to the Rand Memorial Hospital, where she is under doctor's care. Police on Grand Bahama are also currently investigating a stabbing incident that has left a male in serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Reportedly on Saturday, shortly before 9 p.m., an altercation between a group of males took place at Port Lucaya. As a result, one of the males received stab wounds to the hand and upper arm. The male was transported to hospital. Police say a male was arrested and is assisting police with their investigations. Meanwhile, in Bimini, police are investigating a shooting incident there. Reports are that on Saturday, shortly before 11 p.m., police were called to the Bimini clinic where a male reported that while sitting in his vehicle at a local resort, he was approached by a male known to him who produced a handgun and opened fire on him. He was transported to the Bimini clinic with non-life-threatening injuries. Police are actively investigating. Police investigating a shooting incident here in the capital on Colleton Road, Ridgeland Park. Police say this incident took place around 8:50 Sunday night. According to police, the victim was walking through a track road when he heard the sound of gunshots and collapsed. He was transported to hospital via a private vehicle where his condition is not known at this time. Police are investigating. A shipment of dangerous drugs was seized in the early hours this morning off the coast of Barry Tarry, Exuma. Acting on information, a joint operation by Operations Bahamas Turks and Caicos, or OPBAT, and the Royal Bahamas Police and Defense Forces ended with police seizing 52 crocus sacks of marijuana weighing in at 2,274 pounds with a street value of $3.4 million. Now, during the seizure, an officer was injured and 4 persons were arrested in connection to the bust. Commissioner of Police Paul Rowe was on hand this afternoon at the police marine dock where the shipment was brought in.
Acting on intelligence, went into the area of Rugged Island where they observed a go-fast boat heading north at a high rate of speed. The police boat was launched from Exuma to intercept this vessel.
Now, the commissioner noted that police signaled to the occupants of the boat, all Bahamians, to stop. However, they did not comply, resulting in a high-speed chase that lasted about an hour and 15 minutes.
Ended in the Baratari area of Exuma, where the persons on this boat loaded with contraband rammed the police boat in an effort to escape. One officer was injured in the process and is being transported to hospital now via ambulance, received injuries to the leg and neck, having been knocked from the boat. Officers then engaged the persons in this speedboat, discharging their weapon, striking one of the individuals in the right upper chest, which was entry-exit.
Commissioner Rowe added that the injured suspect was transported to the Georgetown Clinic, where he was treated, then airlifted to the capital, where he is currently receiving medical attention at the Princess Margaret Hospital. The officer injured is in stable condition. Commissioner Rowe says 2 of the suspects are known to the police. 193 COVID-19 cases were reported this weekend. On Friday, the Ministry of Health reported 37 cases, 34 in New Providence, 2 on Eleuthera, and 1 on Abaco. On Saturday, 101 cases were confirmed, 69 here in the capital, 8 in Grand Bahama, 1 in Bimini, and 23 with locations pending. Then on Sunday, health officials confirmed 55 new cases, 51 of them here in the capital, and 1 case each on Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Exuma, with 1 confirmed case with location pending. These cases over the weekend has increased confirmed cases of the virus in country to 3,370. On Friday, health officials also confirmed the unfortunate deaths of an 81-year-old and a 66-year-old, both males and both of New Providence. They died on September 17th. The Ministry of Health also confirmed that 2 deaths that were under investigation have been confirmed as COVID-19 related. They include a 62-year-old who died on September 16th and a 74-year-old who died on September 9th. Both deceased are females and residents of New Providence. On Saturday, the Ministry of Health confirmed the death of a 30-year-old female of New Providence who died on the 18th of September. This death is currently under investigation. Yesterday, 2 additional deaths under investigation were confirmed. This increases the number of deaths in that category to 18. The death toll remains at 74. You're watching JCN News. When we return, the RBDF has flattened its COVID-19 curve. The DNA wants the Bahamas to follow a republic system of governments, and the Governor General signs the Book of Condolences for Pastor Hugh Roach. Stay with us.
This segment of the news was brought to you by Alive.